Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called Spark by Chris Barron. This is the story of two friends, Finn and Rabbit, who are in 8th grade and they love to explore the wilderness near their home. They even have cameras set up to record everything that's happening nearby. They're also very aware of the wildfire risk in their community, and they're always on edge, especially as things start to dry out. When one particular fire gets too close for comfort and they're forced to evacuate, the two go into a little bit of a challenging time as they are trying to find out what happened to their homes, to the people and the creatures that they care about, and what might have sparked that fire to begin with. When they're finally allowed to return home, nothing feels quite the same, but they do find that there are ways to reignite a spark of hope in the community, and they might just be the ones to do it. This middle grade novel in verse is a really interesting approach to the storytelling of what happens when there's a wildfire near a community of homes. So, as the story takes place in the Western United States, it does have a lot of connection to any other place that suffers from unexpected and really damaging wildfires. So, as you're going through the book, there are different segments of it, and because of those parts, it segments the book into different moments based on the climactic changes that are happening in these characters' lives. So it helps orient readers as they're going through the story to know exactly where they are and what is happening. There is some dialogue embedded within it, and that's all in italics, so that's how you can kind of tell who's talking or when someone's talking. And as you can see, because it is written in verse, there is a lot of white space on each page. The lines are fairly short, and so it'll be appealing and approachable even to more reluctant readers. What's also really interesting is that these individual poems are varying lengths depending on what's going on. So when the characters are more stressed out or unsure, they tend to be a little bit shorter. When they have time to reflect on what's going on, they tend to be a bit longer and more complex. So that helps with the pacing of the book and also with the understanding of how the characters are feeling in the midst of all of this uncertainty. For readers who are interested in environmental conservation, in the fact that wildfires are becoming more and more prevalent, and in the idea of communities coming together to find hope once more, this is a really engaging and interesting story to share. And even though it takes place in the Western United States, it really is appealing to readers from pretty much anywhere. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.